Alrighty, let's continue then. Now we're on number 6. So number 6 is going to be very similar to number 5 because we have that fraction in front. The only difference here is that we have a negative. So that if we want a positive n, we're going to need to multiply by the reciprocal again, but we're going to need to do a negative this time so that we get the negative to be gone. So a negative here times a negative there. This negative here times this negative there will give us a positive n. So last time I cross-canceled the 6's, or the top. I would cross-cancel here and here and here and here, right? But this time I'm going to just show you, if I multiply straight across here, 6 times 1 gives me 6, and 1 times 6 gives me 6. So I have 6 over 6, which is 1. Okay, so you can do it either way. You can cross cancel, you can go ahead and do the multiplication and then reduce whatever floats your boat. Okay, either way I'm going to end up with just n on this side. Alright, but again, if I do that to the left, I have to multiply this by the right on the right. So I'm going to put the 12 over 1 so that I'm dealing with a fraction times a fraction. So remember, it was a negative 6 over 1. So negative 6 times a positive 12 gives me a negative 72. And then 1 over 1 would just be n equals negative 72. Okay? Alright. Alright, so now we move into where it's going to take us more than just one operation to get the answer. Notice here, if to get x alone, we're going to have to get rid of this 3, and we're going to have to get rid of the 5. And when you do these, you want to start with the 1, the thing that you have to get rid of that is furthest from the variable. And in this case, that's the 3. Okay? So I look to see, what is that 3 doing to the x? Well, it's being added to it. So I do the opposite, which is subtract. So I'm going to subtract 3. And remember, here's my little balance bar. If I do a minus 3 on this side, I have to subtract 3 on this side. Okay? So then, these 3's cancel, right? So we still have our 5x on this side, equals 23 minus 3 is 20. Now we're down to a one-step equation. So we're taking 5 times x, and it equals 20. So we need to know what number times 5 equals 20. Well, you could probably do that in your head, but I want you to see why it works, okay? So if I divide this by 5, 5 divided by 5 gives me that 1x, right? So I have my x. But if I divide on the left, we have to divide on the right. So 20 divided by 5 equals 4. And we do know that 4 times 5 is 20. And then if you add 3 to it, you get 23. All right, this one, again, the 5 is going to have to go, and then negative 2 is going to have to go, right? So let's deal with the negative 2 first because it's furthest from the a. All right, so I'm going to add 2 here. And I have to add 2 on this side. So I have my a over 5 here equals 11. Now, the 5 is dividing the a, so I do the opposite. Multiply by 5. And so I have to multiply this side by 5. These 5's cancel. 5 over 5 is 1. Leaves me with a equals 55. Okay? All right. So this next one over here, number 9, is a little more complicated. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to save it for the next video. All right, so stay tuned.